Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. Before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of our friends. The Eastern Snowmobile Racing Hall of Fame. Search for them on Facebook. Central Minnesota Pond Racing, some of the best vintage snowmobile racing in the Midwest. Crane's Snowmobile Museum, 172 Main Street in Lancaster, New Hampshire. The Vintage Snowmobile Club of America Quarterly Magazine. The New Hampshire Snowmobile Museum at Bear Brook State Park in Allenstown, New Hampshire. The Benedim YouTube channel, some of the best vintage snowmobile videos on YouTube. Ben's Vintage Mini Bike Podcast, the second Sunday of every month at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The Muscle Car Show and Tell Podcast, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Second Chance Upholstery and Automotive, custom snowmobile and automotive upholstery in Derby, Vermont. I am your independent AMSOIL dealer. Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. Lastly, if you decide to advertise with the Vintage Snowmobile Podcast, this could be part of your advertising message. Good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. Now, I have a robust lineup of vintage snowmobile entertainment on tap for you tonight. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that everything is working properly. So if you can see my face, pardon me, and if you can hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to leave a comment. Please let me know where you're viewing this from and whether you are a first-time viewer or a regular viewer. Now, to our first-time viewers, if this is your first time viewing tonight, I hope you have a good time with us, and I hope you decide to join us here each and every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, this podcast simulcasts to 8 different places across Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're viewing this right now, just circle back in 1 week's time, and we'll be waiting for you with another fun-filled episode. To our regular viewers who are here week after week, month after month, and season after season, you are the ones who make this possible, and we really, really appreciate that. Pardon me, and I do have a tickle in my throat tonight. Let's take a few comments, and we'll get this party started. We got some good friends to bring on here, too, in just a moment. Our good friend, speaking of good friends, our good friend and regular viewer from the very beginning, John Spranger Jr. is here tonight from Elon, Wisconsin, saying hello. Great to see you, John. David from Alaska Railroad saying good evening from Wisconsin, also one of our most regular viewers. Chroma Testing is saying hello. Nice to see you. Mad Dog is here from Wisconsin. Still no snow. He said it's just pitiful. Yeah, I think some of us are getting skunked this year. That's really unfortunate. Now, our good friend Ben from the Vintage Mini Bike Lovers YouTube channel and Facebook page is here tonight. He collaborates with Rob and I, and we do a mini bike podcast that goes out to a number of different places. The second Sunday of every month at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So wherever you're viewing this right now, just tune in second Sunday of the month, 8 p.m., and you'll be able to view that podcast. He says, good evening, coming in loud and clear from Mini Bike Central in New York. Yes, outstanding. Andrew Strakos, our good friend, is here from Granville, New York. Nice to see you. Dave Lowry is here from Alberta, longtime listener. Sounds great. Great to see you, Dave. We appreciate that. Our good friend Jim Holbrook is here, who I unfortunately wasn't able to meet up with a couple of weeks ago at the Washington show, but I'm hoping to catch him at the Crane show. He's here tonight from Thetford Center, Vermont. Regular viewer, says we're here loud and clear. Our good friend and regular viewer Mike Whiteside is here. Good evening. And from Hank the Wonder Lab, they've got 1 inch of snow in Illinois. Yeah, a lot of us are getting skunked this year. It's really unfortunate. Let's see. Ivan Mayo is here. Says, hi, Mike, coming in loud and clear, regular viewer from Sudbury, Ontario. Nice to see you. Our good friends and regular viewers from the very beginning, Stacy and Art Fosler are here from Plattsville, New York. Great to see you. Our good friend Glenn Ford is here saying, good evening, gentlemen. Vernon Center, New York. Outstanding. Cat Dudes is here saying, hello from Michigan. Nice to see you. Jerry Kuntz is here saying loud and clear, Gerald, Saskatchewan, Canada. Yeah, a lot of Canadians in the house. We love seeing that. Pit Grunt is here saying, we sound great. Neshcoro, Wisconsin. I hope I pronounced that correctly. One last comment here. We'll bring our friends on. Danny Carruthers is here saying hello. Great to see you. And I want to touch base with you, Danny, about getting some of your videos on the podcast and maybe having you come on and join us to look at those and talk about them. He's got some great Ski-Doo videos. Anyway, gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Real good.
Fine, Mike.
Doing good, Mike.
Hey, Mike, it's Nesh Coral.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Being from Wisconsin, you would know.
Well, I live there. I'm also from Nesh Coral. So.
Nice. Well, cool. So let's get right into it. Our good friend Mike Kohn is here. He is with the VSCA quarterly magazine. They do an absolutely sensational magazine as the reference for this hobby. And he's here tonight. He's got a number of things to announce. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it, Mike. Start with your first announcement.
Well, I guess the big exciting news is that we now have a YouTube channel. And it was created basically to host some really old videos, but I'll be adding a lot of current stuff to it also. And the old videos, way back in the early 90s when Gary Webster was still running the VSCA, he started something called the Vintage Video Series. And they were on video cassettes, and a lot of the content in that series was stuff that was they were either promotional films from the 1970s and 60s. They were originally on 16 millimeter film, or there were things that, amateur video that people that went to shows 30, 35, 25 years ago filmed on. Remember those big old camcorders? You had to carry them around on your shoulder like that.
Yeah,
they filmed on those. And of course, the best quality of those is absolutely blown away by today's smartphones.
Yeah.
So I, we sold them through the VSCA for years and years. And sales have kind of twiddled down to a crawl. And when I kind of took the reins of the organization, I decided that, I don't feel comfortable with selling them because they're kind of grainy and old. But, if Gary Webster would have had YouTube back then, that's where they would have ended up anyway. So yeah. I've put the entire Vintage Video series out on YouTube now for free viewing by anybody who wants to watch it at any time. And there's some good stuff on there. There's some, like I said, some old promo films. There's old documentary of early races, and there's some great shows from the 90s on there. A few that aren't around anymore, like the very oldest vintage snowmobile show in existence, very first one in the world, was Earl's Jalopy Ride in Medford, and that started in 1982. And there's a number of segments from Earl's in the 90s on them. Very cool stuff. And it's kind of hard to tell you what the URL is. I mean, if you go out and search for on YouTube for just vintage video, I think would even bring it up. Vintage VSCA vintage video will work as a search term. The actual URL is youtube.com and then a / the @ like you'd use in an email address, and then Vintage Snowmobile Magazine -VSCA. It's a mouthful, I know. But if you go out and look around, you'll find it. And of course, this image that Mike just showed is what it looks like. So when you get there, you'll know.
Do you have links to it from your website?
I'm going to add some. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I will in the next couple days.
Sure. Because I'm
That's
putting the graphic
idea.
up.
That just completely slipped my mind, but I will get them on there. Maybe even tonight yet.
Sure, because I've got the graphic up with your web address on there.
Yeah, it's VSCAmagazine.com or VintageSnowmobileMagazine.com. We used to be VSCA.com, but we had complications in the transfer of ownership involving that domain, so we kind of have to move away from it. If you type in VSCA.com, it'll still forward to the website, but that's temporary. That'll probably be gone by summer. Sure. So that's important news to our new URLs. So again, VintageSnowmobileMagazine.com or VSCAmagazine.com will get you there. And I'm going to have to send you a new graphic, Mike, because our rates have changed. That's last year's rates. It's actually $30 a year now for US, $35 for Canada, and we've remained at $50 for international. So again,
Sure.
30 US, 35 Canada, 50 international, and I will get you a new graphic for that, Mike.
Cool. I appreciate that.
I didn't catch that in the when I was assembling all that stuff.
That's all right. And I think go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, speaking of your YouTube channel, we've got some clips to look at tonight. So whenever you're ready, we can load one of those clips here. And this is that volume 5. This is from a show in Wisconsin in 1998. Do you want to set this up?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Actually, we're coming back. We're bringing this show back on January 24th of this year. But for several years, we ran a show at Rustic Woods Campground near Waupaca, Wisconsin, called the Central Wisconsin Old Snowmobile Show, or CWAS is what people ended up calling it. And it was a very successful show. It was run by both the VSCA and the ASCOA, the Antique Club, as a joint effort. And this is footage that I shot. And I think, depending on which clips you use, Terry Purvis shot some of it too. Terry is number 2 in the VSCA. That's his membership number. He was like the first guy to sign up, wow. Gary being number 1. So old-time members there. So go ahead and roll whenever you're ready.
Yes, let's take a look, and then we'll have a chance for all of us to react to it on the other side.
Sounds good.
Riding blue, gonna have some fun with that son of a gun. Gonna move on out and make the other ones run. Ain't black, nor green, or yellow, it's mean, big blue. Hey blue, big blue, it's a real mobile with a real good feel. It's a snow jet, you bet, big blue.
This is our featured class this year, Evinrude. Every year we feature a different Wisconsin manufacturer that's no longer in business, and last year it was Merck. This year it's Evinrude, and we have some nice Evinrudes here today. Take a look at some of them here.
Pretty damn right.
Nice old Skeeter. There's an old RC35. Check this out. Big old rotary in these things. Rotary engine. Yeah. Kind of see it in there. That was Evinrude's own rotary engine. It was not one of the Sachs Winkles. So. Nice. Looks like we have a nice old Bobcat over here. Bobcat SS. She's a beauty. Nice old, 67, 66. Evinrude. The old Spirit of 76. The Skimmer 400 last year for the sleds. Pretty cool. Hey, and this is neat. This covered cutter is kind of sharp. I think Evinrude called these sleigh mates, if I remember right. Pretty neat stuff. Pretty neat stuff. Over here we have the Antique Snowmobile Club of America's Traveling Museum at our show today. Let's take a look at this. Spirit of 76. Wow, this is the old concept sled they came up with. It had a rotary engine, twin tracks. Pretty damn cool. Pretty cool. I like the airfoil on the back. That must be to keep it from taking off, right? Sure. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Oops. Check out the shock system. That's some wacky stuff, huh? They got a nice museum here, a nice trailer. They got well decorated with some nice pictures of vintage sleds. We'll just pan across this, give you an idea of some of the stuff that's in the trailer. Very nice display. Another nice old Evie here. Boy, that thing's clean. It's pretty sharp. The Husky. Keith Searing's Fox Track prototype. First Fox Track ever made. That's pretty cool. Nice old cat. A couple ski dogs, ski-doos. This is Scott Schubert's AMF here. It's a brand new machine. Never been fueled. He got it out of a crate. And it's a beauty. It's a beauty.
Why'd you say that, Mike?
Huh?
Says no judge on it. Why? I like them when they're...
It's never been fueled.
Oh,
Gary Koska's Autoboggin. And Sleigh. Boy, that's a clean outfit, huh?
So there we go. We're looking at video clips from 1998, courtesy of our guest tonight, Mike Kohn. Reactions to that?
That's back before they needed to be restored.
Yes.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah.
Yeah.
First thing my wife said when she saw this was how much more pronounced my Midwest accent was back then.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Rob, reactions to this?
That one that was in the trailer, the 76 Spirit with the rotary engine, was that made by Articat?
Oh no, that was OMC. That was Evinrude. They were doing this kind of a concept machine, and it was kind of odd because right after this they went out of business, or they discontinued snowmobiles. But yeah, it had a big rotary in it, twin tracks. I think they might have been cleated. I haven't seen this sled since this day, when this was filmed. But it was really there were a lot of really interesting sleds at that particular show.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught that Fox Track in there. That was the first Fox Track ever made.
Yeah.
So that was there. The Green Mercury prototype that I now own was at that show. That's where I first saw it. There were a number of Terry Purvis had a 4-cylinder 67 Articat Panther Racer. Only one made, and that was there and running. There was just so many interesting machines, and that AMF one, a guy lives near me owned. He got it in a crate, and he just put it together. Never put fuel in it, and so that was brand friggin' new. So it's pretty cool.
What was parked right behind it?
What was that?
What was parked right behind it? It looked like was it a caboose for it?
I didn't see.
Oh, yes, that covered caboose. Is that the one?
Oh, I like the cover. But right behind the motor, the very last one we've seen, the motor car one.
Oh, yes. Yeah, let me find that.
I didn't know they made a top for those. I have a cutter like that, but
yeah, what's behind that one? Is that a cutter with a?
That looks. That was Gary Koska's Autoboggin. I think that's some kind of trapper sleigh, and he had a bunch of furs and neat stuff in it.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Is that homemade?
I don't know. I can't recall.
Got a decal on it. It's got writing on it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it might have been a commercial one, but I do remember that the display was kind of cool. altogether, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Well, cool. Let me pull this away because we're just getting started here, friends. We've got so much more to look at. Right now, we're going to do AMSOIL real quick, and then we've got some announcements. And I do have that graphic, Rob, that I think I sent to you earlier in case you want to call me to put that up. But whenever you're ready, Rob.
We're ready. I spent last weekend doing a motorcycle show in Toronto, and we get people all over comes to that. Snowmobilers, boaters, and all that. But I had some snowmobile people talking to me, and a friend of mine that works for my competition happened to be there, and the guy says, "Why is AMSOIL different than all the other product?" And this guy spoke up and says, "Bombardier, when they come out with an oil, they approach the companies and say, we want an oil to meet this qualifications." And he says, AMSOIL, they look for the best products available to put in their oil. And he says, for pennies more, Bombardier could have a better oil, but they want an oil to only meet this qualification. And the guy says, "How do you know that?" He says, "I work for Castrol. We make Bombardier oil." And the guy says, what do you use in your snowmobile?" He says, "I use AMSOIL because it's the best product we tested." AMSOIL's been around for a long time and a lot of number of different products they have, and it outperforms everything in the market. Back in 1972, we came out with a 2-cycle oil, 100-to-1. Back then, everybody says, "You're going to get sued. Your engine's going to blow up." Bob Donahue, Mark Martin, a whole bunch of people all use this type of product for snowboard racing and different things like that. And we're still selling oil at 101. Matter of fact, we did a test a few years ago with Still. Their oil at 32-to-1 and ours at 100-to-1, ours outperformed it. We had more film protection than they did at 32-to-1 at 100-to-1. Now, if you want more information about the AMSOIL product or want to get a catalog or want to know how you can become a preferred customer and buy them directly from AMSOIL and save 25%, click on Mike's link, and we'll send you one of the catalogs. It has the prices in it with the retail and commercial B and preferred, so you know exactly what you're paying and how much money you're saving. So for more information about the AMSOIL product, just click the link or send us an email if you got a question about any other product we have available. And maybe Mitch can tell you about the racing oil.
That's what I've got.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a lightning fast testimonial for that, Midge?
Yeah. I had the engine rebuilt. I had it Nickesil by Chris Ray down in Pennsylvania, and he sent it back, and the cylinders were like chrome. I mean, he did a nice job on them. Anyway, I put it all together, and the first time I took it out was the Pittsburgh ride. It was 35, 40 degrees. It snowed all day. We were running in about 10 inches of wet, heavy snow on a brand new engine, and I never had a problem with it. Ran perfect all day. And it's a free air 440 Polaris.
Nice.
And Mitch still drives that machine.
No, I like it. That's good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We've got a few comments that have come in, and now we've got a couple more quick announcements. I'm going to go through these real quick. David from Alaska Railroad says that crate sled made me think of a friend of mine. He has a 71 Arctic King Cat 800, 4-cylinder, still in the crate. Wow. I offered him 20 grand for it years ago, and he said no, and he still owns it. Wow.
That's a unicorn.
I'd love to lay eyes on that myself.
Yeah.
And then Ben from Vintage Mini Bike Lovers says, love the idea of all this old footage that's now available. Be super cool for someone to see their sled captured as it was back in the day. Yeah. For sure. And then our good friend Rich Shad says, good evening, running late, snowing like crazy out there. Hope it stays. Well, good. I'm glad someone's getting it.
I wish we had it.
Yes, he's out in upstate New York. And then Mike Whiteside says, what town were Evinrude snowmobiles manufactured in? Good question. Does anybody know that?
I'm not an expert, but I have a feeling they were built in Milwaukee. I don't think they were made in Waukegan.
Sure.
Most of them. Now, there's a caveat there. The 69 Evinrude Bobcat and Johnson Challenger were made in Manawa by Tradewinds, which was owned by OMC at the time. I think the rest of them, I could be wrong. I'm not an expert on OMC manufacturing. I know all the ones, the Canadian ones were made somewhere up in Canada.
At Peterborough, Ontario.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find out.
Yeah, nice. If any viewers have comments to add to that, please leave them in the comment section. Also, Cat Dudes says he loves the bicentennial Evinrude skimmers. Yes, me too. And as a side note, I love anything with bicentennial. I have wonderful memories of that 50 years ago in 76. And they're saying they're going to try to do that again this year for the 250th anniversary. I haven't seen much of it so far because 76, they were doing it several years beforehand, even promoting it.
Oh, yeah.
And we've not seen that much for this year, which I'm a little disappointed on. I'd love to see a big celebration on that all through the year like they did in 76, but I digress. Bradley Welch says, hello from Ontario. Thanks for having me. Todd McMillan. Hi, guys. Todd McMillan from Madoc, Ontario. And David from Alaska Railroad says, awesome, Mike Kohn. He's going to check out your YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Outstanding. And then, Todd McMillan says, I would like to see Midge's sled. Yes, and I've got an image of it. I don't have it loaded, but during one of the video clips, I'll see if I can load that and give you a look at that. It's worth the wait for sure. Few quick announcements here real quick. We've got events to talk about. Our good friends out in Bloomer, Wisconsin. Bloomer, I'm sorry. That text is awfully small. Are doing a Vintage Snowmobile show January 24th. You don't want to miss that. I think that's next Saturday. Also, our good friends from Newport Center, Vermont, the Tatro family and the Country Riders Snowmobile Club. They were on here last week promoting that show. That's coming up the 31st of this month. If you're in the area, you do not want to miss that. Also, one of the great shows in all of New England is the Crane Show coming up February 7th, Saturday, February 7th, Lancaster, New Hampshire. If you're in the area, that is must-see viewing right there. Also, our good friend and viewer, Randy Borchard, shared these images with me. He says this is an old drag sled he bought from a friend. It won Best Build at the World Championship Series. Not sure what year, but it's won some trophies. He said the engine is a prototype 440. Only 2 of those engines have been built. And yes, thank you to Randy Borchard for these images. We really, really appreciate that. And then the last announcement, I'd like you to join me in a quick prayer request for our good friend, Steve Dickinson. Midge and I know him very well. Anyone who goes to the Vintage Snowmobile shows in northern Vermont and New Hampshire know him very well. He's probably a good friend to you as he is to us. He fell on the ice a couple of weeks ago, landed real hard, and has a really bad spinal injury. Not doing very well. So I'd like you to include him in your prayers if you possibly could. I'm going to be down near the hospital where he is tomorrow. I'm going to try to slip in there real quick for a visit and say hi to him. And please leave some nice comments in the comment section, some prayerful comments for Steve so I can go over there tomorrow and show these to him. I'm sure he'll be very glad to see that. But yeah, thank you so much for your prayers and thoughts for him. Really appreciate it. He's an excellent guy, an excellent collector. In fact, let me remove this graphic. I've got a video clip. He's a very serious Arctic Cat collector. He has it's always rare stuff and unique stuff and always in excellent condition. I've got about a 2.5 minute clip here of him back in 2021 showing me some of his Arctic Cats. Let's take a look. This is the Crane Snowmobile show, by the way.
Steve Dickinson. I'm from Roland, New Hampshire. These are my 3 Arctic Cats that I have. Got a 650 EXT triple. They made 125 of those. That one has 2.8 original miles on it. It's been started but never driven since I've owned it. And then we have a 793 Panther. They made 100 of these. This one was restored by Arctic Restoration. They have their own personal sled, and I purchased it from them. It's never been started since it's been restored. And then we have a little kitty cat that I made for my granddaughter to look like the EXT. It's got the heads on the outside and the exhaust system on it. And,
nice.
Kind of made it to go with my EXT.
Beautiful. I love these. Well, good. Thank you, Steve.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm going to turn the volume down. This is just some walk-arounds of those sleds. I mean, I love this kitty cat done up in an EXT. I mean, that's really innovative.
Is that actually a little twin cylinder engine in there?
No, it's a head he kind of stuck onto the front of that cab.
Okay. I was going to say,
it'd be awful fast if it was.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
3 gas lines.
Yeah, these sleds are very unique and very rare and very pristine. He's a serious cat collector. And to my knowledge, he does only cat.
He had a couple rear engine Polaris off and on, but
Oh, yeah, okay.
he's a big cat collector. And I got to tell you, and Mike can attest, every show that he goes to, he leaves with a handful of trophies.
Yes.
I mean, he's got
Yes.
he'll have a whole arm full of trophies
Yes.
from his stuff. It is
And
that good.
At the national shows, he takes home trophies that are taller than he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just a
Yeah.
final thought in
No,
case you're just
it's,
joining us, I'd like to have you include our good friend Steve Dickinson in your prayers. He fell on the ice a few weeks ago, landed very hard. He's got a spinal injury. He's been in the hospital since, and I'm hoping to go down there tomorrow and see him. I'm going to be in that area where he is, hoping to visit him, and I'm hoping that I'm going to check the comments here. I see they're coming in. If we could have some prayerful thoughts for Steve, we'd really appreciate it. Rich said, Rob, my Amsoil order arrived safe and sound. Excellent. His Polaris love that. Mike Whiteside says, get better soon. Excellent. I appreciate that. Our good friend Ben from Vintage Mini Bike Lovers saying, keeping you, Steve Dickinson, in our prayers for a speedy recovery. Thank you for that. Ivan Mayo says the same. Steve, I hope you get well soon. Thank you guys for that. I really appreciate that. And this is just me, but I believe that the power of prayer is concentrated when you have a number of people doing it together, praying about a specific person or situation. So I really, really appreciate this. Rich Shad says, sending thoughts and prayers to Steve. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Pitt Grud says the same, thinking of you, Steve. Get well. Yeah, this is wonderful. And I'll be sure to show this to Steve tomorrow when I go to see him. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Let me remove this graphic and we will continue the party. Let's see. Mike, what was next on your agenda of things that you wanted to talk about tonight?
Well, if folks may remember from my last appearances on the show, that we were running a subscription drive in the fall of 2025 that ended at the end of the year. And as part of that, we were giving away 3 Vintage Snowmobile Magazine VSCA hoodies. Real nice, beautiful blue hoodies with our magazine logo on the front and the VSCA logo on the back. Yeah, there they are. And we have winners, so I thought I'd announce those. The 3 winners are Thomas Emerson of Circle Pines, Minnesota, Jesse Kohler of Glen Ullin, North Dakota, and Daryl LaPaw of Riverdale, Michigan. So we didn't get out on the East Coast, but we have the middle of the country pretty well covered with those three hoodies.
Nice.
So congrats to the winners.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations to those guys. For sure.
It was a pretty successful drive. We got a lot of new members. We're always looking for new subscribers. It's a great magazine. If you're not a subscriber, I highly recommend you check us out. And
yes, it's the reference for this hobby.
A lot of great stuff in these. There's show coverage, there's tech tips, there's all kinds of neat stuff inside, all pertaining to vintage snowmobiles and vintage snowmobiling and in general. So check it out.
The Solar Interest has even put some stories in there once in a while. So
yes,
Mike,
Mitch has had some stories in there. Go ahead, Rob. I'm sorry.
Mike, is that Rupp still around on the front cover?
Yes, it is. That's what the story is about. It's up in the UP. A gentleman up there owns it and is slowly putting it back together. It is no longer red. Bay City Supply bought it in Green Bay. They were a big wholesaler for many years, bought out a lot of defunct snowmobile companies, and their retail arm was Central Snowmobile Salvage, which a lot of people may remember had a nice big thick catalog for years. I actually worked there in 1990, the winter in 1991. Had a hell of a good time. Probably spent my paycheck in that place every day. But anyway, it's blue now and says Bay City Supply on it. I don't know if the gentleman that owns it intends to paint it back in rough colors or just leave it as is. But it's featured in that article. In fact, that particular issue has a centerfold of it. So
nice.
It's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
When somebody gets a prescription, can they go online and look at back past magazines like that one?
I don't have them digital. I probably never will put them digital because it's just too easy for people to swipe them and share them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're very committed to staying in print, and so if it's a magazine, if you want the magazine, you have to subscribe, and then you get something you can actually hold in your hand, a tangible thing, you know, and you read it on the John.
I save every single one of them.
Most people do. I have tons of them too.
Full of those magazines.
Nice.
I won't throw them away. I will not throw them away.
They're too nice to throw away.
No,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
sure.
Now, Mike, do you have back issues available?
We do have back issues. It's kind of a mess right now because most of the back issues are 5 hours away from me at Mike Mayer's place in Gray Lake, Minnesota, being that he was the former, owner and publisher and editor. And I haven't been able to get all of them here, and that there's a logistical problem. Just the weight alone of 20 years worth of boxes of back issues. I'd almost need to rent like a rider truck or something and go get them.
Yeah.
He's bringing some to me at the Midwest Ride-In, as far as I know. Probably a number of copies of the last 3 or 4 years, because that's what we sell the most of. Sure. And we've had issues with the back issues in our website that I'm working out. They're not really currently available on the website. They will be again in a month or so. The problem is credit card scammers will go to our website and they'll test credit cards on something that's inexpensive, and that's the least expensive thing on the website. So I've taken them down for now. We're switching to a different credit card provider that has higher security, and then I can put them back up and have them available. If anybody wants a back issue, the thing to do is just contact me and I'll be glad to help you.
Nice. And then Mike Whiteside is asking if you're going to hit Friday Night Thunder.
I don't even know what that is. What
Unless
is
he's
it?
asking me. He might be asking me too. I know I'm not hitting it, but I'm not sure. If you can elaborate on that, Mike, because I know Mike's out in the Midwest, but I'm not sure, and I'm not sure which Mike he's talking to.
Not either.
Yeah, which of us? Yeah, it gets complicated when there's, and that's the thing. Mics are everywhere because his name's Mike, and we got two Mikes here, and any Mike knows what that's about. Oh, Eagle River. Okay.
Oh. Then I assume you mean me. No, but I may be there Saturday night.
Nice. And thank you, Mike Whiteside, for clarifying on that. Oh, and Pit Grunt is too, Eagle River tomorrow night. I love the immediacy of that, with the viewers making comments. If there's a question being bantered around or anything, we can usually get that resolved pretty quick with all of these people here.
This might be a good time to segue into this weekend if you wanted to put up the Cruiser Show graphic. There's a lot going on this weekend in that area, and a show that I will be at on Saturday is in Arbor Vitae, Wisconsin, the Cruiser Snowfest show. It's a real nice show. I'll be there, signing people up with subscriptions and showing a couple sleds. And then probably that show, they're planning on having the awards wound up by like 1:30 p.m., which is great. And then they're going to have a ride after that. And I'm probably going to pop then over to the Snowmobile Hall of Fame in St. Germain and go visit one of my sleds that I keep there on display. Yeah. And then after that, I've had a very nice and kind offer to join the Snowmobile Hall of Fame people in their box at the track. So I'm probably going to pop over there and check it out and visit and meet a few people that I've never met in person, but have talked to online for years, and check out the races. So that's my weekend in a nutshell. And if you're in striking distance of Arbor Vitae, go check out that great show, Cruiser Snowfest. Our guy here, Jeff Wesner, his brother actually is the ramrod behind that. So there's a little connection there too.
Yes, big shout out to Jeff too. He's a good friend of ours. He's been on this podcast many times and will continue to be. He always has good stuff to show us. And yes, Pit Grunt says, see you at the show. Cool
Great.
Deal.
See you there.
Nice, nice. And I know there's a couple other shows you wanted to talk about, but I was hoping maybe we could play another video clip.
Sure.
And then talk about those shows and just keep playing video clips until we reach the top of the hour. This is another one from that same show in 1998. Let's roll this and we'll react to it on the other side. And it's just taking a moment to load here. You can do it. I don't want to click too many times. I don't want to crash the browser. That would not be good. There we go.
Harley here. It's like an old Polaris Mustang, maybe. Scorpion. Coming soon to a dealer near you. You haven't heard the rumor yet. Scorpion's returning. A couple old cats. I don't know, unique background.
Get something pretty on that thing.
Okay, I'll get you on there, Terry. You're pretty.
Closest you're ever gonna get.
Closer than I want to be. Nice cutter. Look at the shine. Incredible. Nice old deer ski. Here. Kakasawi. Kurt LD Schultes. Kurt, what's the story on this trail twister?
The owner of the sled originally was Lance Plimo's father. He had it for the whole 22 years of it, and he only rode it for the first 2 years and parked it in his garage, had it covered, and never rode it again.
Wow. She's clean.
Yeah, under the hood, I never did a thing to it, so I'm going to have to show you that.
My goodness, she's clean under there, isn't she? Somebody's making some noise. Let's see what that is. She's a nice one, Kurt.
Thank you.
Quite a nice find.
Thanks very much.
Got Dana's Rups here, or one of Dana's Rups. Scorpion Sidewinder. An Arctic LT gray, painted a little different, apparently. Another Rupp liquid of somebody. Here's Bill Haskey's 76 Viking. That's kind of a cool machine. Don't see a lot of those. Another trail twister that somebody brought. It's got the hook handle on it. Ooh. And then there's this thing. Mr. Hess.
How you know me?
I'm Mike Kohn. I'm with the Vintage Snowmobile Lovers. So. I had your mug on the back of the issue last year with this thing. Now, what do you do to prepare this every year? Do you just hit it with a hammer a few more times, or what?
No, I leave it sit out in the woods. That's what it does to it.
I noticed it looks significantly worse this year.
Branch fell on it.
A branch fell on. Now, was this Rupp's attempt at trying to make like a Skidoo Alpine or something? You know, the one ski theory in the front, or?
Oh, this is the race. This is the race model.
The race model.
Yeah, this is a special edition here.
I suppose Mickey Rupp, designed this himself, right?
I don't know, but hey, it's the only sled I got.
Well, it works. I saw you riding 2 up on it before, so it must be like a touring sled.
We're going on the ride. She's got the extra cushioning there.
Uh-huh.
So you got a better ride. It's got a windshield that you don't care if it gets wrecked. It's got dual mirrors, so you know who's coming up behind you.
Well, that's probably important.
It's got a storage compartment. Hey, you can just take your belt down quick and change her,
But your beer will fall out of there. That's no good.
We can throw the beer up here in.
Oh, the beer goes up here? This is the beer area, see?
It's got the extra fast opening to gas her up.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good.
Then you just jam that sucker down like that.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
That's quite a feature.
Hey, if your headlight burns out, you ain't gotta flip the hood out. You just pull that out quick and change your bulb,
Well, you may start a whole new way of thinking with snowmobile design.
You know what's really great, eh? You got 2 people on the back.
you want a stop trick, you just stick that ski leg in their hand.
So it's like an emergency brake sort of thing.
Emergency brake. You only got one wear rod on that thing here to wear out, you know?
Well, yeah, it's less moving parts.
Less moving parts, yeah.
Well, you put a lot of thought in the design of this, obviously.
Air cool day.
Yeah, I see that. You know, it's better cooling. Sure.
Well, it's like, you don't find too many sleds like this.
No, a lot of thought went into that. That's quite a unique thing.
It's a really good sled. You know, we're going to go on the run today.
A lot of good human engineering in there. I can tell. The cab forward design.
And we got a flag on there so they know you're coming.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to hit me. I don't want to. I got it off the truck today without scratching it.
You don't want to scratch it. Not in a show like this.
No.
The judges might see that scratch.
We rolled it down a plank so we didn't scratch her today.
That's good.
So,
that's good.
We're gonna take the run today.
Good luck with it. I hope she makes it.
I do too.
Not a scratch on it.
That guy's his name is Mike Hess, and he's a real character. I don't know if he's still around or not in the vintage circuit. But in the '90s, he'd come to Earl's jalopy ride every year, and every year that rup would be in worse shape. And every year I'd wonder if it was going to show up again.
Wow.
He must have won for the best barn find.
Well, we had a jumper class at that show, and I think he won.
The best rat rod.
Yeah, that was it was a piece of work.
And I like how it's just got the one ski, and he's saying, it was a quick break. You just kind of push down on that right side and push the spindle into the ground for a break.
Shove the spindle into the dirt.
Yeah, good stuff right there. When I was editing that this morning, I was laughing my butt off watching that. That was funny as hell. Yeah.
That was something.
Any other reactions to this?
Rear sleds. I think it was a
good
72.
stuff there. That Mercury was very clean.
Yep. That was Ray Tkachek's. I think he sold all his stuff years ago.
Yeah. But
he had a number of really cool blizzards. And then there was one of Bill Haskey's Vikings, a 76. And those are pretty rare. That one with the twin headlights. They're very uncommon. That's the only one I've ever seen. So I don't know how many were made, but couldn't be very many.
So at one time they were talking Scorpion was going to come back?
Oh, yeah. I mentioned in there something about coming soon, Scorpion. Yeah, that was at a time when someone had the Scorpion name and they were going to bring back a Scorpion snowmobile. And I think they actually made it to production, but only a handful of sleds were made and they went under.
Wow.
Yeah, wasn't that in the early 2000s or something?
It was late 90s. I think about 98, 99, right in there.
But they merged without a cat, though, too, didn't they?
Yeah, in the early 80s, I think, because this is a rebadged El Tigre right here. This early 80s that we're looking at here.
I think Cat bought them in, I want to say 79 or 80, and put a few out for a year, for a few years, till Cat themselves went under.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. So let me pull this away.
Lost a lot of great snowmobiles there, Rupp and Snowjet, and
yeah.
There was some great brands.
Great brands.
That show and Earl's back then too is that at least in the Midwest there weren't many snowmobile shows at all. There were maybe 3 for the whole season. One was the Midwest Ride-In, which became Waconia, and now in the ERX, and now at its new location, which I'll talk about in a bit. Earl's Jalopy Ride, and then we did this one, and those are the only 3 that were really in existence. And because of that, you got a lot more people showing up at them. We have 3 or 4 weekends in a row coming up in February. We're in. And so, then it becomes more of a local destination instead of driving for 4 hours because there's a snowmobile show somewhere, Yeah.
Don't they have don't they call a Heydays or something like that? That they have big shows then too, or
Heydays is like a big swap meet.
Okay.
There's a show within it that they put in fact, the Snow Barons put up a little pavilion just for the vintage show, but but Heydays is it's grass drags and an enormous swap meet.
Okay.
It's probably one of the biggest events around, isn't it? For September.
It's probably one of the largest snowmobile events in the country, isn't it? Heydays?
It is.
That's big.
And there's some other ones that are kind of creeping up on it too. The Princeton, Minnesota one has become the thing to go to for vintage people. Heydays doesn't have a lot of vintage anymore. They used to, but they've kind of
Mostly
moved
modern.
away from that. Not intentionally. I just think, there's a lot of vendors there that are selling anything from soup to nuts. It's almost like a flea market. Well, Princeton is pretty focused on vintage.
Sure.
That's a big event that we have down in Fremont every year, that big drag event. And show, they have, the shows, and they race on a pond, go around in circles on a pond and stuff down in Fremont, New Hampshire.
So since we were talking about the Wapaka show and we just saw 2 clips from it, we're bringing it back for the first time.
Is this the one?
No, it's there you go. Rustic Woods.
Right.
This one will be Saturday, January 24th also. And I think we're Wapaka's far enough away from Bloomer where they're not going to interfere with each other. This would be the show for more like the southern half of the state, I would think, for the most part. And Wapaka's about about a half hour west of the Fox River Valley in Wisconsin. It's about an hour and a half north of Madison, so that gives you an idea where the location is. And we had, you saw the old clips there. We're having it in the very same location. The rides is starting to look a little threatened. Unless we get some snow here next week, there probably won't be a ride. But we do have the classes listed there and awards for them. There's also President's Choice, Best of Show, and then VSCA Editor's Choice. That's one I get to pick.
Nice.
So anyway, I hope if you're in the area, if you're in Wisconsin or feel like a drive, come on out. It'll be a great show.
Nice. And I think you had 2 other shows we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
We've got this graphic here.
I also want to talk about the Midwest Ride-In, which, people, I guess, in recent years associated it with the ERX Park. They've moved. And this year, it'll be at Dane's Pumpkin and Event Center in Dayton, Minnesota. That sounds kind of funny, but it's a big farm. It has a lake right on the grounds and then another big lake nearby. So hopefully, even with the smallest amount of snow, you can get to the lake and then run around, at least get some driving in. There's a nice big facility there. I've seen pictures of the facility. It looks like a great facility to hold the indoor part of the show where the displays, the competitive display sleds will be. I will be there on Friday and Saturday with the VSCA booth. I'll have some stickers and some really old back issues that I'll be giving away. Just a kind of a courtesy thing. And come on out, and I'll take subscriptions right there and sign people up for the magazine. And I'm going to bring a couple sleds to show too. So it should be a really good time.
Nice.
I'm told it's real easy access off the interstate in Minneapolis too. It's like on the north side of the cities, right off of 94.
Okay, good.
And then on February 21st, we're going to have our 2nd annual Merc Cruise, and this is a Mercury snowmobile ride. I'm a big Merc guy. That's what I collect, And this is up near my cabin, so I decided to start this last year. And we had a small but fun turnout last year. We're hoping for a lot more Mercs this year. Everyone's welcome to come and ride along on your new sled or your other vintage sled. We're riding to another show in Catawba, Wisconsin, which is about 20 miles by trail at Ape Hangers Saloon. And so there's going to be a show there, and we're riding to it and just going to hang out a bit and then ride back. We're going to have a few awards, two for nicest 73 and newer and nicest 72 and older Mercs, and then one for the breakdown award, because somebody's sure to break down. We will have the local club supporting us. There's a $10 entry fee. All of that money goes to the local club, and they'll help us out with towing and anything else we might need, just to kind of make sure, we get all the sleds there and back one way or the other. So come on out and bring your vintage sled or bring your new one and ride along.
Yes. What were you going to say, Midge?
They all broke down when they were brand new.
Yes.
I don't think age improved that.
Yeah. Now, earlier, Todd was asking for a look at Midge's sled. And while we were listening to that last video, watching that last video, I looked around real quick and I found this.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah. It's actually a screenshot of a video we did, but the only image I could find of it, and, searching for it quickly. But
yeah,
that is a nice sled, PDC clone.
Yeah.
And that's a nice
Built
sled.
by Mark Belanger.
Yes, one of the great builders.
Yeah.
One of the great restorers in the East, for sure.
Yeah.
And in the last few minutes we have left, we've got another video clip to look at from Mike's YouTube channel for the VSCA Snowmobile magazine. This is a video clip from 1998. Did you want to set that last clip up for us, Mike, talking about these your YouTube channel and these videos?
Yeah. Again, these were old videos that we used to sell on videotape and then later on DVD, which is now kind of obsolete too. Now they're available free on the internet, on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. To find it, try searching on VSCA Vintage Video. That probably will bring it up. We have a very long URL, which I'll read one more time, but it's basically youtube.com/ @ Vintage Snowmobile Magazine -VSCA. That will take you to the YouTube channel. And we'll be adding modern videos to it as well, coverage of shows and stuff. But this moves us kind of into the video age and makes these really cool old videos available. But again, I didn't think the quality was good enough to continue to sell them, being that they were shot on old camcorders or on grainy old 16 millimeter film. But there's some great stuff there, so enjoy them.
Yeah, there's some classic moments, like that guy with that beat up sled. I mean, that was hilarious. I'd consider that a quote unquote classic moment.
Oh, gee.
That's a classic moment as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, let's take a look at one more clip from this, and we'll react to it on the back end, and we'll finish the show.
Here's Gary Koska's Little Scorpion. He just picked this up real recently, and I think that's the way he picked it up. It's a very clean original. How about that? Cute little fart, isn't it? Got a big old cat here, big rear engine behemoth. I'll come back and look at him later when there's not quite such a crowd there. Such. Nice old, what is it, a 100D? Is that what they call these? I think so. Nice Viking. Must be one of Bill Haskey's Vikings. He's Viking man. This might be the first one ever made. I know he has the first one ever made. And I think it looks similar to this. I don't know that we're fortunate enough to have that one here today, but we might. By the way, we already have over 150 machines here. It's only about 11:30 right now in the morning, so it's going to be a big day, a banner day. Nice old dude. Dang, huh? That's a beauty.
Yeah, you're looking for a Merc?
Ruben, is that your Mustang?
Yep.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about it here? It's a Polaris. Okay, yeah, we gathered that.
Mustang, Wanko. Paid $5 at an auction for it. Didn't get drunk that day though.
$5. It's got a Wankel in it.
Yes.
You didn't get drunk that day, or you did?
Didn't, because I got to spend $5.
Well, that's probably why.
Yeah.
If you would have bought a sled, you would have got drunk on the $5.
Right.
Okay. She's a beauty, though. And what's this thing next to it? Is that yours? This blue beast? What is that?
That's
a Viking. Oh, that's a Canadian.
But it's a Polaris chassis.
Yeah, that's that Canadian Viking. I've heard of that. That's Bill Haskey's. He pulled that out of Canada.
See, I got that. I got a 67. It's just like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I didn't bring it down today. I'll bring that maybe up to Minnesota.
Cool. So here's a beauty, huh? 60, 68. Who's the owner on this one? Let's take a look. Don from Anago owns this. Now that's a pretty cat. This old jet. My little cat. Is that yours, Maynard?
Yeah.
Well, get over here and talk to me about it. Let's. Well, Maynard doesn't want to talk about it, but he's got a nice four-cylinder cat, or four-cycle cat here. This has got the old Kohler in it, and she's a peach. She runs just great too. Idle till the cows come home. And one of the notorious little yellow skidoos. Now here's something neat. This is a rustler. This is Scott Schubert's from Wautoma, Wisconsin. Scott's got a nice rustler here. The sister sled to the Hustler, which had a windshield even more ridiculous than this one, if you can believe that. Look at the back on this. Boy, you could put, huh?
Great sled.
It's a great sled?
Yes.
You've trail ridden this or what?
Oh yeah.
What, up in Munising? A couple 100 miles on a weekend?
Sore back. No, short distances.
Cool. Neat machine. This is Denny Reel's Rupp. What is that, a 67, 68 maybe? Denny just got this. I almost got this. But I let Denny have it. Because I'm so swell and nice and all that. But look at that. Is that nice? You don't see many of these. You see a lot of the 70s and newer Rupps, but you just don't see the early Rupps. And this is quite the example.
70.
This is a beauty.
71 has a bigger tail light and kind of eyelets out on the end of it.
Here's my Johnson Challenger. Whoa, what do we got here? Sparkly, just like a ride at the fair. It's a Viking. Let's pause this and take a better look.
That owner of Viking.
This belongs to the owner of Viking?
The name right on it. John Nath, right there. And Bernard Nath is the one that him and the other fellow started the outfit in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And this belonged to Bernard's brother, John. And John was cleaning off a lake to have a fishery and a snowmobile doings on, and he on a grader, and he went through the ice and got drowned. Yes. Yep. Back in 1970. I don't think mine's got. That's why. That's a rectifier. It has to have. Yeah, that's for the electric start. Don't have that. You don't have electric start.
I can't tell you.
Okay. If you don't have electric start, then it's got to remain little.
So yeah, good times back in 1998.
Yeah.
That gentleman in the last clip there, the last bit there in the
This guy right here.
Viking coat and white hat. His name was Bill Haskey. Bill passed away a number of years.
Well, he had some good information about that sled.
Collection in his active had a ton of neat Vikings, including the very first one ever made. And then he also collected a snowmobile called Polar Bear that I've never seen another one since. And he had 3 of them. I think it was a company that was a startup and failed pretty quick. And he ended up with I'd guess they were prototypes or very low production models. I just remembered a few other rare sleds that are in this video. Ski Rule and Aaron's fans particularly, are aware of the 73 prototypes, and you see pictures of them every once in a while. A good friend of mine owns most of those, and you can see him in this video riding them around. I mean, can you imagine riding prototypes? You know, and one of them, he's towing a Polaris Star Car into position with a prototype Aaron's.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't see that every day.
There's also one of the 69 unofficial Tradewind sleds in here. They talked about them going out the door in 69. That employees were still making their own Tradewind sleds without the decals on them. And one of those is in here. It looks just like the blue Sears 309 that Tradewinds made for OMC as a contract job for Sears. Except that it's white and red instead of blue.
Yeah,
so
nice.
It's really, when I hadn't seen this video since the 90s. And I was really struck at how much rare stuff showed up at this one particular show.
Oh yeah.
It's really kind of boggles the mind.
Yeah. I mean, now you might see maybe one old rare sled in a show. Everything else is fairly well known. Mm-hmm. But right there, that show there, we were looking at 6 sleds I never even saw before.
Oh, it was amazing. It was it's really some neat footage.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing. This is just a 5-minute clip from the whole video, and the video was, I think, 25 or 30 minutes long. And there's this YouTube channel is very much worth a look if you like this stuff. Going back to 98, it gives you a different perspective.
One of the things I'm going to do very shortly too, I just haven't gotten to it, is create a playlist and put that on this page.
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
So that, like, if you are hosting a vintage snowmobile show, or you're having a guys weekend or something like that where you got your vintage sleds, you can just hit the playlist and let the darn thing play in the background the whole time. Yeah. So
that would be very cool.
Yeah.
Especially on those smart TVs, you just put it on in a room, and just have it on.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Sure.
Well, cool. So we're coming down to the end here of the podcast. Before we do final closing comments, I want to do one more quick request here to include our good friend Steve Dickinson in your prayers. He fell on the ice here a couple of weeks ago, and he's got a really bad spinal injury, and he's still in the hospital. I'm hoping to go see him tomorrow. I'm going to be down in that area where he is. So please include him in your prayers and leave any prayerful thoughts in the comments, and I'll be sure and show them to him. Also, our good friend Ben from Vintage Mini Bike Lovers says, great show tonight. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. Yes, and let me pull this graphic away. Mike, quick closing comments?
Just thanks for having me on, and folks, if you haven't subscribed to Vintage Snowmobile Magazine, check us out. www.vscamagazine.com. $30 a year US, and it's 48 pages of great stuff every 4 times a year. So
yes, it's the reference for this hobby. It's hard to beat that magazine for sure. And Midge?
Yeah, it's nice to see Mike tonight, and I enjoyed his clips, and thoughts and prayers go to Steve down there where he is, and I hope he gets well soon. And say good night to my buddy Rob and Mike, and had a good show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Rob?
Our prayers go out to your buddy Steve. Hope he's feeling better soon. And thanks, Mike, for bringing those old clips on. Some things I've never seen before. Nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was great stuff, Mike.
That was great stuff.
Cool deal. And we'll be here next week. Pardon me.
And get his magazine.
Yes. Subscribe to his magazine. And next week we're going to be promoting the Crane Show, which comes up the first Saturday in February. We're going to be looking at video clips and talking about that show. That's the show. If you're in New Hampshire, you do not want to miss that show. That's must see right there. But yes, as always, our last word goes to Amsoil, and have a wonderful week, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hello, everyone. This is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today, we're going to be talking about AMSOIL. And in a few moments, we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your AMSOIL products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what AMSOIL is and why you should consider using AMSOIL products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. AMSOIL is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses AMSOIL for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that AMSOIL is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because AMSOIL doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And AMSOIL likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves some money. Some of the people like the benefit of AMSOIL is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction and drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, AMSOIL says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the AMSOIL bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the AMSOIL. AMSOIL's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero. Wow. If you ever try petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out, and once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So AMSOIL is an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running AMSOIL than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And AMSOIL is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear lube? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that AMSOIL has available.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us in the AMSOIL experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And yeah, by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
AMSOIL has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If they order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, AMSOIL will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer, you save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. AMSOIL sends you extra gifts, a $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value. And this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering AMSOIL. Is that correct?
It is.
Wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an AMSOIL order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click, the Join Now link. That will take you to the Preferred Customer Program page, where you can take advantage of all these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click Join Now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click Add to Cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says Shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click Shop, it's going to take you to the product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil. And you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've join the preferred customer program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click add to cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click view cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the preferred customer membership on your order that gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the signature series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click checkout now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an AMSOIL account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to AMSOIL. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I've signed up for AMSOIL under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. And the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your AMSOIL preferred customer program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters free DVD requests, so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering AMSOIL as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from AMSOIL, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up, and you can buy directly from AMSOIL. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the AMSOIL marketing plan. AMSOIL has a large selection of products that cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing, or hot rods. We have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business that's I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure. So when you sign up under that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing AMSOIL for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with AMSOIL. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching on how to generate AMSOIL leads using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes. And just by wearing my AMSOIL hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about AMSOIL. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the product.
Perfect. Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
AMSOIL's a fun business. AMSOIL's been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the AMSOIL products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the AMSOIL products or to join the AMSOIL team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.